It was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. Nobody see that.
Yeah.
Nobody see that.
Yeah.
It's been a whirlwind since Mowry and Cory Hardrict announced their divorce. And now, Cory is finally speaking out. The actor, who had kept his emotions private for so long, is letting the world in on his side of the story. And trust me, it's one heck of a ride. The man is devastated, and he's not holding back any punches when it comes to his thoughts on Tia's new life, her moving on, and what he feels she took from him.
You live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people who know Cory Hardrict know that his kids and his family was everything.
But here's the twist. While many feel Cory might be bashing Tia, it's clear that there's a lot of pain underneath his words. He's shedding light on his heartbreak, but at what cost? Did Tia really take everything from Cory? Or is this more about him coming to terms with his actions and inactions during their marriage?
I said, you know what? You need to tap in, see what's really going on with your happiness. Life is short. Let's go. Let's start working on you.
Cory Hardrict opened up about his painful journey following the divorce, and for anyone who thought he was just moving on easily, think again. The man was crying himself to sleep for over a year. He admitted that no one saw that side of him, and honestly, can we blame him? This is a man who had built a life with Tia, raised kids, shared memories, and thought he had the forever love story. But when the curtains fell and the marriage was over, it hit him hard.
I'm just very determined and inspired just to keep moving forward and, taking care of my beautiful children, and everything is fine. Everyone loves everybody.
He said, "It was a year and a half of crying myself to sleep every night. Nobody saw that." That's a line that speaks volumes, right? We've all heard the stories of celebrities smiling for the cameras while their world crumbles behind the scenes. But hearing Cory's truth, especially about how much he struggled with the split, adds a whole new layer to the story.
I'm stronger than I thought I was. Yes. I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God. By the grace of God.
While Cory is over here talking about his emotional struggles, Tia is moving on, fast. And this is where things get a little sticky. Fans are noticing that Tia seems to have jumped into the single life with no hesitation. Not only is she living her best life after the divorce, but some people think she's out here, dating and thriving, while Cory is left to pick up the pieces of his shattered heart.
Work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening.
Now, while many people, especially fans on social media, are expressing support for Tia, there are those who are starting to feel like she's rubbing it in Cory's face. She's clearly enjoying life, dating, and stepping into a new chapter. But does that make her the villain? Is she really doing what's best for her, or is she moving too fast? That's the burning question. And Cory, in his own way, is calling out the situation for what it is.
I do have a feeling and a sense of freedom following my divorce.
At the American Black Film Festival, Cory didn't hold back as he opened up about his pain post-divorce. It's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands. Especially as a man, and a black man, it's like, you don't have anyone who truly gets it, he said.
And I've worked on films 5 months, $75 million budgets. 3 weeks. That's why I say he's a gift from God. He's an amazing human being.
A lot of people resonated with Cory's words. The pain of losing your family, your partner, and the life you envisioned together is something that many people can relate to, especially when it feels like you're doing it alone. And the fact that he kept it so real about how isolating the experience was, that's a real vulnerability right there.
Double that or keep it pushing there and beyond. So, yeah, I feel like I'm on the right track for that.
But then, Cory started talking about his strength and how, even though it was hard, he felt like he was getting stronger. He said, "I'm stronger than I thought I was, by the grace of God. I'm still here and still going." It's an inspiring moment, showing that he's not letting the pain define him. He's using it as fuel to keep pushing forward.
People know, okay, he locked in. I can't be asking. I don't want to get all the small talk going, but, I know how to separate the two.
Let's rewind for a second and take a look at how we got here. Tia confirmed the separation in October 2022. She posted on Instagram telling her followers, "I've always been honest with my fans, and today is no different. Cory and I have decided to go our separate ways. These decisions are never easy, and not without sadness.
It's like a part of my body. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like if it's...
Tia's reason for divorce was cited as irreconcilable differences, but in June 2023, she gave more insight. She explained that she had been considering the split for about 5 years and had struggled internally with putting herself first. Women tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure everyone is okay, our children, our family. But when I started focusing on my happiness, I realized it was time for me to choose myself, she said.
One thing that has stood out for me is change will always win. Change is constant.
Now, this is where things start to get interesting. The fans and some online gossipers started to speculate that Tia's real reason for filing for divorce was more about finances. Specifically, the idea that Tia had been carrying the weight of the relationship for a long time, financially. Rumor has it that Tia was tired of being the breadwinner in their marriage, and as much as she loved her family, she was exhausted from constantly doing it all on her own.
For, I want to say 3 months now, and it is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I want to throw the towel in. I'm like, what is wrong?
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Money. Many people think that Tia married Cory when she was already well established in her career, but that wasn't the whole story. Apparently, when they met on the set of Sister Sister, Cory wasn't exactly rolling in dough. In fact, reports say that by the time he met Tia, he had been granted unemployment benefits from the state of California, something that he wasn't even eligible for. And when the state caught on, they demanded the money back. That, according to some reports, has left people questioning whether Cory was using Tia for financial support.
I love us, man. And I ain't gonna never cheat us. That's why people rock with me, man. When they see me, I love that because I connect.
Tia's supporters argue that she should have seen it coming. Tia should have known that Cory was only after her money from the start, said one commenter on social media. And with Tia being the successful star she is, having started her career at a young age, it's not hard to see why people have their doubts.
But I think why I felt alone is because I was the only one.
But that doesn't mean Cory was always this way, right? Maybe he changed, maybe he grew. But according to Tia's social media activity and a TikTok post she liked, it seems that she was growing frustrated with being the sole provider. Tia liked a post where a woman discussed how one partner always wants to pay the bills, but the other is just along for the ride. That led many to think that Tia might have felt that Cory wasn't pulling his weight financially in the relationship.
I would say work on your craft because that'll give you the 30 years. A lot of people just get in and want to be on TV or...
The drama didn't stop with the divorce filing. Cory contested Tia's petition and even asked the court to terminate her spousal support while simultaneously seeking support from her. What followed was even more drama when they discussed their prenuptial agreement in court. But after all the legal wrangling, they reached an agreement that no spousal support would be paid by either side. The divorce papers also clarified that they had no community assets, meaning anything Tia had made during their marriage stayed with her, and whatever Cory earned stayed with him.
The women should just do one thing and then the men should just do one thing. It's a team effort at our house.
For a while, it seemed like the couple's public interviews were filled with tension. Cory was often seen looking uninterested or even bored when Tia talked about their relationship. In a particular interview, when Tia was sharing how she couldn't imagine her life without Cory, he just sat there, looking detached.
I can't even visualize myself, you know, without Cory.
It wasn't just about the interviews either. Tia also spoke about how they had to schedule their intimacy, something that many found odd but realistic. Apparently, the two of them had gotten so caught up in family life that they had to actively set aside time for their relationship. Tia even mentioned how their kids used to sleep in their marital bed until they were much older, and Cory was okay with it. These little details only added to the speculation that Cory wasn't giving Tia the attention she needed, leading her to feel lonely and emotionally drained.
My 1-year-old is still in my bed. So my 1-year-old, ever since she was born, she was always in our bed, and my son.
Now that Tia is out here living her best life and embracing her freedom, Cory is left to pick up the pieces. He's dealing with the aftermath of the divorce. and it seems like every day is a struggle. But let's be real, it's hard to feel sorry for him when he didn't seem to appreciate what he had until it was too late.
My firstborn. I would have brought my daughter too, but she's too young. Yeah, so
Cairo, we love you!
Yes, Cairo, Daddy loves you.
While Tia is out here dating and embracing her new single life, Cory is still mourning the loss of his family, and it's obvious that he feels betrayed by Tia moving on so quickly. Yet the question remains, was it all too little, too late for him?
Encouraging people to be courageous, strong as they go through transitions in life, whether it's a divorce.
As much as we empathize with Cory's heartbreak, it's hard not to feel like he had his chance and missed it. The question that fans are left asking is this: did Tia really leave Cory for no good reason? Or did Cory truly fail to appreciate what he had until it was too late? Now, with Cory bashing Tia for moving on, it's clear that there's more to this story than meets the eye. What do you think? Did Tia deserve better? Or does Cory have a valid point when he says he's the one who got the short end of the stick? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Celeb Titbits for more juicy updates.